welcome back to Capturing K. Today we are interviewing Jayde Gibbons, of Queendom Heights Photograph. Hi, Jay.
Hi, boo. How are you?
I'm good. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course you can.
Have you always been interested in photography?
Yes, actually. Even younger than you. I remember when I was in primary school and my mom always had cameras and I'd always take them. And back in the day, they only had film cameras. So unlike today, where you just click, 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 and it doesn't run out, with film it runs out. So my mom would go to use her camera, and the camera is not working because I'm used all the film. But yeah.
Do you remember the specific age that you started?
That I started photography, or that I knew I wanted to be a photographer?
When you knew you wanted to be a photographer.
I don't know, girl. Maybe like 5 or 6. I know it was really, really young, and it was before I went 10, because I was in primary school.
How did you come up with the name Queendom Heights?
Wow, I'm glad you asked. So, usually we hear the word kingdom, right?
Yeah.
And kingdom is usually like all of the king's land and, the country, like how it'll be King Charles now. So Bermuda would be considered his kingdom. Well, because I'm a woman, obviously queen, I don't want to say I'm king. And then Bermuda being my home, my country, and the things that I photograph the most of traditions. So Queendom was just like, all right, cool. And then Heights, because my goal with my photography and my subject matter is to instill a sense of pride in Bermudians, kind of lift them up and make them feel really good about themselves, right? So Queendom Heights. And we go.
So when your business started, did it have any difficulties?
I still have difficulties to this day. I am currently dealing with a domain issue. So what that means is I can't send or receive any emails. That's been about 2 weeks. So the issues never stop. They never stop. It's always something. But I think that's where you have to determine if, okay, do I really want to do this? Is it worth it, all these problems, I feel like it's worth it, so it's okay.
What type of photography do you specialize in, and can you explain it?
I specialize in, I want to say, lifestyle photography / photojournalism. Photojournalism meaning I tell stories with pictures as opposed to writing and typical storytelling. And lifestyle photography and photojournalism. Lifestyle meaning, I capture Bermuda life.
Yeah, I actually searched up before you came here. I was actually searching up some of your some things.
You like that?
I like those. Yeah.
Ooh, that's what
You
we
guys
like.
better go. It's on Instagram.
Yes.
You guys better go on Instagram and look up Queendom Heights. There will be some on the screen right now. Hey, next question. What is your most memorable experience in photograph?
Memorable. I'm not gonna say memorable. I'm gonna say my maybe my most favorite experience since I've started. I just quit my job, and I don't know if you realize it yet, but Bermuda is very expensive to live. You need a job, you need income, and I took a chance on myself. And that summer, I was hired by St. George's Cricket Club to photograph a cup match, and they paid me a lot of money for that. So, being that was my very first experience, my first big gig, where I made a good chunk of change. Also, being I'm from St. George's, it was really special for me to commemorate that event and be in my area, and just everything I stand for and the things I photograph. I was really excited.
Yeah, I'm from St. George's too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so what are some challenges you faced during photograph And if any, because of your color of skin? If any?
Yes. Yes, I know. Yes. Dang, how do I answer that and just sound polite and politically correct? Um, okay. This may be something you might not be aware of it yet. These are things that happen. Um,
My family members are watching this
So
too,
watching
the
this?
adults.
All right. Well, let's say it wouldn't be a challenge, but I would say it's one of my pet peeves that I'm noticing and I'm seeing. It's no secret that Bermuda is predominantly black people, right?
Yeah.
It's most of us. And recently, I want to say within the past maybe 3 years since the pandemic and Black Lives Matter and all of those things, we have big businesses, larger corporations in Bermuda, who have now shifted their focus to black culture and black lives, putting black people in their advertisements and things like that, which is great. That's what we want. That was the goal, right? To be represented in these spaces. However, my pet peeve here is that they don't hire photographers from, I wouldn't even just say black photographers, but they don't really hire people from that background to tell that story. So there's a certain story that these companies are paying someone to tell, but they're not paying the people from those neighborhoods. They're not paying the people. They're just not hiring. Exactly. They're just not hiring black photographers to tell black stories. And a lot of times what happens with that is that the stories are told incorrectly, or there's a feeling of cultural appropriation, right? So yeah, I just think businesses need to do better regarding who they hire to tell specific stories.
This is Black History Month,
Yes, it
and
is.
I wanted to interview you because I love photographs. But I noticed you take many pictures of Black Bermudians. Can we talk about this? What is your inspiration behind the footage?
Well, mainly, the reason I started was because, okay, I'm going to tell you a long story.
Okay, no.
That's all right? Okay. So I used to work at, it doesn't exist anymore, but I used to be a bartender on a ship called, it was a floating bar called Calico Jack's in Dockyard in the cruise ship ports. And a lot of times the tourists would come off the boats and they would say things like, oh, we didn't realize there were so many black people here, or just surprised at the amount of black people that are in Bermuda. Now, in the beginning, it kind of shocked me, but then when you pay attention to tourism ads and the image of Bermuda that is portrayed, you don't really see people who look like you and I. You don't really see a lot of black people, especially tourism ads. It's shifting now, but then it was a lot of white tourists on the beach, or 5-star luxury vacations, or I just felt that it didn't really represent who we truly are. And then to receive those questions on a regular basis, it was apparent that, okay, something we need to be seen. So I specifically don't show images of sunsets and beaches and things like that, because I feel like it's a lot of those images out there. And so what I did, I decided to focus on my Bermuda, my culture, Black Bermudian culture. And yeah, showcase people who aren't necessarily seen in the tourism areas. So yeah, I believe that visuals are powerful, right? If you don't see things, then you don't believe they exist. Once you start to see things, and when it comes to younger Bermudians like your age, when I was your age, I didn't really see a lot of photographers or people photographing people who look like me. So my goal now is with what I take images of, is to show younger Bermudians and younger people like, hey, we actually exist. We aren't just what the media or the masses portray us to be, and this is something that I can be growing up.
So you have to tell anyone that's watching this right now, like that they're going through the same thing. Like, doing photographs, like young photographers, what would you tell them during your experience?
If that's what you want to do, photography is what you want to do, understand that it is difficult in Bermuda because of a few things, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Don't be discouraged. If that's what you really want to do, you go outside every day and there's inspiration. Yeah, just that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, and that's what you want to do. I knew that's what I wanted to do when I was 5 or 6, and you know. Yeah.
Wow, guys, you heard it all. There will also be some videos here, 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 and here, okay? That you guys can go check out on Instagram on Queendom Heights. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching Capturing Kea, and this is
Jayde Gibbons of Queendom Heights.
Wow, hope you liked my video. See you guys later for the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. Love you guys. Bye.